What is up, y'all? It's your girl, brand new, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back with a Married to Medicine extra. I have some birthday readings for Mariah Huck and Quad Webb. We're going to get started with Mariah Huck, who was born on October 22nd. And she is on the Libra and Scorpio cusp. It is the day of allure. Okay, her strengths are she is magnetic. And when, somebody is called magnetic, it basically means that they are very confident in themselves. They are very comfortable receiving criticism from other people. Is that Mariah? I don't think I remember her doing that, but okay. And they see this as an opportunity to learn and make adaptations, and they're not afraid of the idea of rejection. And one of the things that makes this personality magnetic is the fact that they know their own worth. So that's what that means, guys. Next, it says she is charming. Charming basically means she is pleasant and attractive. And we see Mariah. She's a beautiful woman. Next, her strength is she is exciting, which means she causes great enthusiasm and eagerness. Now, let's look at her weaknesses, honey, okay? It says that Mariah is disruptive. Yes, she is. I felt like all throughout Married to Medicine, Mariah was definitely disruptive with the group. It seemed like things would all be going well. I think I was watching season 7 specifically. And here comes Mariah, like the wet blanket, and woe is me, feel sorry for me. Quad accused me of doing drugs, and I thought the whole drug test thing was too much. Girl, don't nobody care if you've ever did that. No one cares at all. If you know you didn't do it, then to me, for her to try to prove it, like she was going so hard, you guys, trying to prove that she didn't do that. And it's like, then you play the victim because you accuse Quad of sleeping with your sister's husband, which I don't believe, because you turned around and had Quad in your wedding. And your sister and your daughter was in her wedding. So get out of here with that. Run away from me with this, Mariah. No one believes you. But yeah, Mariah definitely disrupted the group several times with the woe is me. And I think maybe it was season 3, everything was going good and they was out of town. And, oh, did nobody call and check up on me after I had my miscarriage? Oh, did nobody call me to do this and do that? Now, she done talked about half these people like a dog, but expect for everybody to reach out to her. Honey, make it make sense, okay? So unbalanced means she is emotionally and mentally disturbed. That makes a lot of sense because we have definitely seen her in that state. Another thing Mariah would do to her detriment, I felt, is she wanted people to pick sides against her in Quad. And to me, that definitely made her unbalanced. She wanted the ladies to have a bias to her because she's the one that got the group together, got the show Married to Medicine off the ground. Now, however big of a feat that is, right? Because that is a big deal. These ladies don't owe you anything, and you still need to treat them like human beings. And I picked up on her diva antics season 1. I know some of y'all rolling your eyes, sucking your teeth, because y'all don't like to hear nothing bad about y'all precious Mariah, honey. She got a strong fan base, okay? But yeah, just unbalanced. Like, I need y'all to choose my side over Quad. Like when them drug allegations came out, trying to get Jackie to look at the tests, and y'all just go let this girl say what she say about me. Girl, you have said things about Quad. You can't do things, negative, toxic, disturbing things to other people and then think that everybody is going to see you as this poor perpetual victim. Girl, stop. And the only person that was playing into it at the end was Toya. Okay, because y'all know Jackie ain't never liked her. But yeah, Toya was playing into it because the ladies, I feel, were coupled off. Like Heavenly and Jackie was getting closer. Quad and Heavenly was getting closer. Like, you know, all their personalities are like go-getters. And so Toya didn't fit with that. Just all Toya pretty much do is, you know, buy houses and decorate them and move, every 2 to 3 years, honey. Okay, like that's her story. That's her storyline. And that wasn't Mariah's storyline. Mariah is way more practical and responsible than Toya. But I just felt like Toya felt like an outcast and an outsider from Jackie, Quad, and Heavenly, right? Simone, you kept seeing her go back and forth trying to pick between Mariah and Quad. Okay, I still have the video coming out on that because I feel like Simone definitely had a hand in dismantling, the group, basically. Because to me, one minute she would be on Quad's side, next minute I'm on Mariah's side, because I've been knowing Mariah for all these years. Now, something Simone said that pissed me the heck off was Simone said to Quad, "Oh, I've been knowing Mariah since 2004. I don't know if she's ever did drugs." Girl, Quad said, guess what? I seen what I seen and I'm not taking it back. I said, that's right, Quad, stand in it. And I didn't like that from Simone. That was very controlling because it was just like, oh, because I haven't saw her do it, that means she wasn't doing it. Come on, Simone, you smarter than that, I hope. Okay. But yeah, it also says that Mariah is very controlling. And she tried to control the girls, you guys, basically with her title and, I'm a EP, I'm the creator of the show and I could get you fired. All of it ties into each other, right? Like trying to get everybody to choose her over Quad. She hated that Quad came into this group and actually made friends with a lot of these women. She always wanted Quad to be up under her. She always wanted to create this image that her and Dr. G gave Quad her life. No, Quad's talent and her big personality is what gave her the life she is living right now. Okay, so how dare you, Mariah? Like, I always hated that about Mariah. I have always told y'all, Mariah is unlikable. She'll be doing good, you guys. Like that one time where she gave Dr. Jackie the advice, it's okay to fight for your marriage. I went through cheating with Aiden. I told y'all that was the realest Mariah moment because I always thought she hated Jackie, but for her to help Jackie during like a weak moment in her life where she really needed support from another woman, Mariah provided that. Like if she could have stayed like in that zone, I could have got with Mariah, but she always reported back to being a victim. And unfortunately, that didn't work out well for her because like I told y'all, it don't matter how long she been knowing all those ladies, how she got everybody together, how she gave Quad this opportunity. It did not matter. Those ladies found you to be unlikable and difficult season after season. And the show, it can and will go on without Mariah. It just can, because they don't have nobody in that group that behaves like that acts like this perpetual victim. Heavenly, I don't care what any of you all say, because I know a lot of y'all hate her. I love Heavenly. She owns her stuff and she will apologize. Now, will Heavenly continue to make mistakes? Absolutely. We're all human, right? But Heavenly don't hold on to stuff, and she'll say, yeah, I said that. And don't get me on well, she always said your mama ain't ish. We used to say that on the playground, okay? Mariah would insult the heck out of Heavenly, and Heavenly would get her back by saying, but your mama is ugly, but your mama is raggedy, because Mariah would say something malicious about Heavenly. Y'all gotta stop with that. I saw so many reviews. I was so pissed off. Y'all sitting up here playing in my face, acting as if Mariah never says anything nasty or negative to Heavenly. If you don't get up out of here with that, like, oh, child, Miss Robinson, calm down. But I hated that. I hated at the one reunion. It was season 7, and Andy even got on Heavenly. Why did you call Buffy fat? Because she wanted to, and Buffy was disrespecting her. Dang, like when I tell y'all that pissed me off, but honey, we'll get to Heavenly, honey, on another day. I think I'm going to team Heavenly up with somebody else. So you guys, we're going to do all the Married to Medicine girls, going to put them in pairs. So that's the end of Mariah's strengths and weaknesses. The advice the book gives her is do not abuse your projective powers, act with kindness and consideration. Right there, it's talking about Married to Medicine, I feel. And, when you get power, do not abuse it or you will lose it. Okay? So they didn't kick that girl off of her own show. Ain't that crazy? I know she feels salty, but it had to be done, guys, because I think Bravo, the network, was getting tired of her playing the victim, not getting along with the ladies, making them try to, choose between her and Quad. People can only take so much, guys. Act with kindness and consideration. Show your real feelings. Okay, I told y'all, she showed her real feelings when she said that to Jackie during that moment of brokenness Jackie was having with Curtis. That was a real moment. Jackie looked at Mariah differently, you guys. And I got chills coming from my spine, honey. Okay, I do. Coming down my spine, I should say. Because that was a real moment for Mariah to be like, girl, I done been where you been. And Jackie is not somebody that Mariah even liked. So I respected Mariah for that. That was good. I also liked Mariah and how she behaved. I believe it was at the season 5 reunion. I liked how she was rooting for Simone and Cecil and saying, her and Aiden, look up to them. That was cool. She said a lot of positive stuff and I was here for it. So yeah, Mariah has her times, you guys, where she's mature, she's a true Libra, she's balanced, she's coming from a good place, but I don't know why we always would end up back down victim lane, honey, okay? But that's where we would always end up with that Mariah. I do. However, I'll say this. I do not feel like they should have replaced Mariah with Anila. That was bad. And I got sick of Mariah, you guys, but I ain't gonna lie, I'll take Mariah any day over Anila. I feel like Mariah brings way more to the show. She's funny. She's really funny, and I didn't know that. I knew she was shady, but as I watched the season, I said, this lady is really funny. She is shady, and it just comes out all natural and stuff, so I really appreciated that. Anila does not have that. So for them to, I don't know if anybody could fill Mariah's shoes. Maybe they shouldn't have to, but I just don't feel like Anila was a good choice. And I thought that they was being funny because y'all know that her and Aiden is in that interracial marriage. So they figured they would give us we done went from the Black Adeshi to the Indian girl that's annoying. I like Anila's husband more than her, right? But that's a story, honey, for another day. So it says you don't have to always control the situation. That is the last words that the book says to Mariah, you guys. And I see Mariah controlling Aiden. And that happens in a lot of interracial relationships with black women, because some of the men from the other cultures, they are a bit more passive. And I'm not saying Aiden is a weak well, he does behave like a simp. Okay, Mariah was running him. Okay, she knew what she was doing when she picked him out, honey. Mariah said, honey, I'm sick of these hood boogers. Okay, I'm going to get me a man where he listened to me and I am in control. And that is what you see. And I think on the show, a lot of people got to the point where they did not respect their marriage. I didn't like that BS Aiden pulled season 6 at the reunion trying to threaten Quad, and I gave her money and she was homeless. That is Mitch behavior. That's that bullshiggity I was talking about on one of my videos where these men start acting like Mitches. It's not cute for him to get in the middle of that. I get you trying to defend your wife, but I love how Heavenly had Quad's back, like, y'all better get Aiden, Andy, because Aiden looked like he wanted to come up on stage and have a few words for Quad, and no man be confronting no woman like that. I am against that. The meditation the book gives her is magic and psychic manipulation are potentially dangerous practices and do not have much to do with true spirituality. Y'all hear that, okay? So the day of the allure, it says the related themes of temptation, attraction, and magnetism and seduction run through almost every aspect of October 22nd people's lives. Though they are usually the ones doing the attracting, they can also be swept away by their desire for another. In either case, an unavoidable crisis often arises when an October 22nd person enters a romantic situation. This can be particularly difficult for a third party involved, and thus October 22nd people are capable of arousing tremendous resentment and jealousy. Emotionally powerful, their presence generally upsets the status quo. Those born on this day are usually very much in control of their emotions. There's that word control again. And thus, if they choose to, able to manipulate the feelings of others with great aplomb and dexterity. To say that they are dangerous customers in relationships would be an understatement. Oh, Aiden better watch out, honey. Y'all remember when Mariah broke that glass at that table talking about, oh, that was an accident. That's all that lying Mariah would do. And she would lie so much on the show so she can continue to play the victim. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. In some born on this day, an undercurrent of wildness may be concealed beneath an unassuming or cool exterior, but these submerged feelings are rarely revealed before anyone but close friends. October 22nd people do not specialize in displays of emotion, but rather have the ability to evoke them in others. Their projective powers are great. It is even possible for them to just enter a room and change the energy of a gathering. Did y'all hear that? There were several times I felt where the show was doing good, and it's like, here comes Mariah. And I noticed it the most season 5 when they were doing the Black Girl Magic, Black Girl Tragic, and Toya invited her and got upset that the girls wasn't mad that Mariah was there. I just felt like they didn't need Mariah there. They had other issues to work out, and her energy just had a way of taking over the show, I felt, in a negative way. What I noticed she would do is she would say that people hurt her. I think she said Jackie compared her to herpes. Girl, you are herpes because you just keep coming back and keep coming back. And once we thought we got rid of you, but you keep coming back. Okay, so Jackie was dead on the money, and I felt annoyed with her calling Jackie out for that. She also did this number when she came back into the group, season 5. I forgive all the ladies here Mariah, sweetie, boo boo, oatmeal pie face, that's not an apology. You need to apologize for your lies. She has lied on Dr. Damon. She did give him a heartfelt apology. We know Damon ain't that dude that would ever cheat on Heavenly, and I felt like that was so desperate of Mariah. I was like, it's one thing for you and Quad to be going back and forth. Like, none of us really know what happened in that friendship, but I'm sorry, I do believe Quad more over Mariah. Like what Quad said about her doing the drug, I believe she did it. And I believe she should have just let it go. Cause girl, don't nobody care. Don't, like, people do that particular drug, you guys, so much. It's like breathing. So it's like that is no big deal. Like if you used to party and get it in, girl, we ain't judging you for that, Mariah. We already think you're crazy just because of how you behave. Yeah, but she's messing with my reputation. You messing with her reputation by accusing her of sleeping with your sister's ex-husband. They ain't even together no more. I love how Contessa called her out on that one season. Like, girl, and then she kept bringing Lake around to intimidate Quad. That wasn't cool. Like, Mariah, you guys, y'all gotta admit, she was a bit chaotic. I am glad she's off the show. I just wish her so-called replacement would have been better. I will say that. I also didn't like that one season where season 7, I think, episode 1, and she accused Jackie of calling her like an addict, and oh, she didn't say allegedly. You know what she meant, okay? She said that Quad had accused Mariah of doing drugs. Well, you didn't say allegedly, Jackie, and that hurt me, and it felt like you took a side. See, you're going down the wrong road. And that victim thing, you guys, that's gonna be Mariah's, if it hasn't been already, her biggest downfall. Okay? Even Lauren called her out one season on her behavior. Oh, you just refer to yourself as a queen, and it's like, girl, come back to reality. Back to life. Back to reality. Okay? Quit that. Like, quit acting all sedity because you got some power. And I think she acted like that, you guys, because just like Toya, they are wives, but they are very insecure. Very insecure when they are up against these doctors, right? And I'm not at all going to say that Simone is perfect or Jackie, because they used to say little stuff. Even Heavenly, they would say little stuff to, get under the wife's skin, making it look like, they're not as smart as them, right? So it goes both ways, but I'm just saying, I think that they are more insecure than the other ladies feel they are better than them. It's not really like that much anymore on Married to Medicine, like it was like them first 3 to 4 seasons, right? Where it was the doctors versus the doctors' wives. They definitely had that going. Of course, those born on this day must be extremely guarded and exercising such powers not for the sake of others, not only for the sake of others, but also because this energy can backfire, ultimately damaging themselves. She played into her own demise on Married to Medicine. She did it to herself. But she will go to her grave blaming the other women. Well, they do it. Well, it's Quiet wanted me off the show. Well, Toya tried to have... Girl, Toya had your back. Okay? Toya, I saw season 7, prayed with that girl, went for a walk with that girl, held that girl because, she was crying uncontrollably. And everybody is looking like, Mariah, we're not going to take a side. And you want to know why they didn't take a side, Mariah? Because they don't like you like that. And Funky Dineva got it right in one of his videos. He said, when people like you enough, they will advocate for you. They will even lie for you. When they don't like you, they have an energy of indifference. They don't care about you. It's just like, oh, she's leaving. Okay. She upset again. She crying, playing a bit. Okay. Because they done got sick of it. Okay. So it's okay to say grievances, guys, but it's also okay not okay, I should say, to play the victim, right? And that's where Mariah went wrong. And the book is calling her out on it. Generally, the capacity of October 22nd people to hurt outweighs their vulnerability to be hurt. They have a way of protecting themselves, not always by aggressive or defensive behavior. We saw her fighting Toya by the pool because of something Toya allegedly said about Lauren, but I don't even think Toya did all of that. I think that was in Mariah's head, feeling like she was bigger than the show. She even told Toya season 1, I will have you fired. And Toya called her out on it, like, why am I not fired? But sometimes through actually being more considerate, decent, or caring than the other person. Thus, if the relationship were to end, not only would it be the ones sorely missed, but also the ones with the free conscience. Most October 22nd people have a decidedly rebellious streak in them, but once their rebellion has been fully expressed, usually in their younger years, they can later find themselves comfortably ensconced in a conservative social niche, particularly after their early 40s. So that's kind of where she's at right now. Perhaps they will wonder how they got there. October 22nd, people will meet their match in very balanced individuals who are able to deflect or ignore their seductive vibrations. That takes me to Jackie. Jackie never seen it for her. And Heavenly. They realize this is somebody that plays up off of the superficial, their looks, their money. They're not so much, oh, I have talent. Oh, I'm doing stuff that's meaningful, and doing it for the right reasons. Like, you see the stuff that Heavenly is doing, guys, with her kids. And, I feel like all the women on Married to Medicine are very different. And I'm sure Mariah is doing stuff with her kids too, but I'm just making it a point of, it seems like it's really generational for Heavenly. Like, I want them to know they had a mom and dad that was successful, and I want them to be successful. With Mariah, it comes off, you guys, like she's all about herself. Like, yeah, I want them to do good, but it's all about me being a queen bee and looking good. And that is the problem with dark-sided Libras. Look at Monique Samuels. They care too much about how they look and not about who they are. And you will always have to answer for who you really are. Okay, we all have to. No one is above it. Before such individuals, they will invariably bend the knee and perhaps submit emotionally. An important lesson for October 22nd people to learn is how to handle seductive power in themselves and in others so that they may ultimately find happiness in a love that is open and unconditional. Numbers and planets, those born on the 22nd of the month, are ruled by the number 4. And by the planet Uranus, which is both erratic and explosive, the added influence of Venus and Pluto, the rulers of Libra and Scorpio respectively, underlines the seductive magnetic quality of October 22nd people brings to the relationships, particularly sexual ones. The number 4 typically represents rebellion. That is like my second or third time seeing that word. She's rebellious. Goes against everybody. And I always saw that on the show. Everything could be going good. Just go back and watch the show, guys, and look objectively how everything will be going good, and she'll bring the whole group down. Y'all remember the one time where she said, season 6, me and Aiden just don't fit with the group no more. Even Eugene had to check her and Aiden, and Aiden was sitting up there playing into her little victim moment. Oh, I'm your only friend. Eugene was like, listen, y'all not gonna sit up here and talk about us in front of us. Not while I'm here. Like, Eugene had enough of it. And Mariah and Aiden ended up, walking on, and they wanted to be rescued. They want people to chase them. Aiden was trying to, push Simone and Toya away when they came after them. But honey, they want to be chased. It talks about 22 being a double number. Those born on the 22nd of the month may be fascinated with twins. Was Mariah pregnant with twins at one point and she lost them? Something like that. Okay, so we have tarot. The 22nd card of the major arcana is the Fool, who in several versions of the tarot is shown as blithely stepping over the edge of a cliff. Some interpretations picture him as a foolish man who has given up his reason. Others, a highly spiritualized being of material considerations. Positive meanings including renouncing resistance and following instincts freely. Foolishness, impulsiveness, and annihilation are the negative aspects. The highly evolved fool has followed life's path, experienced its lessons, and become one with his or her vision. Okay, so next we have Quad, who was born on May 13th. It's the day of natural appeal. She is a Taurus. Her strengths are she is natural, she is playful, and she is unrestricted. So let's first start out with natural. So natural, as found in nature, not involving anything made or done by people. All I have to say is with Quad, she has like a natural gift of gab. She knows the right thing to say. That's why she does all the Martin Luther King speeches, honey, when they get together and the girls be looking at her like, girl, if you don't be quiet, Quad, how long is this gonna take, Miss Quad? Miss Quad, Miss Quad. She got it. She got it. I used to love when her and Mariah would sing that, honey, okay? So, yeah, it also says that Quad, Miss Quad is playful. And it says that means she's fond of games and amusement. She's lighthearted. We know she likes to joke and laugh with Heavenly, and her and Simone, they have a way of cutting up together, right? It also says she is unrestricted, which it means unlimited. She's open, she's free, she's clear, she's unhindered, unimpeded upon. So her negative qualities is she's superficial. And basically it means that she is shallow. She's lacking in depth or solidity. She cares about how things look on the surface. And I'm going to say this about Quad that I picked up on. You know, Quad is a Taurus, right? And we know Tauruses, they love their food, expensive food. They love artwork. They are very steadfast. Like, you know, things can be going bad for them, but they know how to keep going, right? That's a quality of a Taurus. But it's like with Quad, what I picked up on the show was like her, like, I don't know. It was kind of like, I care about how I look on the outside. It's not like Toya, because Toya to me is worse than Quad, right? And Quad is a Taurus. She's an earth sign. So she's going to try to, do things in a more responsible type of way, right? Because earth sign people are grounded in that way. Fire, they just do whatever, right? They just do it. And they don't care. They'll suffer the consequences later. But with Quad, you would see on the show, like you heard Dr. G say, I bought you this and I bought you that and I bought that. And like, to me, that was a problem in that marriage. Nobody should have to buy anybody. Well, that's what she likes. And yeah, but so I'll say this. I feel like what I'm trying to say, guys, is Quad kind of played into the dynamic that she ended up having with Dr. G. I'm not saying that all of it was her fault, because I definitely do feel he was more at fault, right? Because to me, he was very abusive. But I feel like she set the tone with, buy me this. I need Chanel. I need things to look like this. Dr. G said he even moved him into a bigger house. And I think he thought that was going to make her love him even more. And no, that's not going to make anybody love you even more. The girl wants love, but she wants nice things too, right? And Quad has a way of like being over the top. And a lot of this, you guys, it plays into her being a Taurus. You know, they love nice things, right? You know? So, what I'm saying is her being superficial, and y'all remember she had the picture perfect pup, and yeah, I'm just gonna create nice outfits. And I could have told her that that business wasn't gonna work out, but I heard it's $1 billion business, honey. But you know, even Dr. G was like, girl, you need to care more about people. You got these dogs, we still ain't got no kids, like. And I'm not at all saying they should have had any kids, but I think Dr. G kind of picked up on that with Quad. Like, you're not in the real world with the rest of us. You keep thinking you have all this time in the world to have a child. Y'all saw Simone trying to talk to her. And Quad has it in her head, and she even admitted to it on the show, like she's stubborn. And she feels like she can have whatever she wants when she wants it. And that, to me, is a part of her being superficial. Y'all saw that car that she had delivered to her party so it could, you know, and then she took Toya to go purchase her new truck. And even Toya was like, well, did you talk about this with your husband? Well, no, I work hard. And I'm all for that, right? I love that about Quad. She works hard and she treats herself, right? We all should do that. But it was Quad, and even Buffy pointed it out. Girl, you know, you really trying to put yourself out there like you that girl. Like, you had this whole car delivered to your party, and, you know. So what I'm trying to say is Quad is superficial. She can be showy, like, look at my house, and look at how I got this, and I got that, and I'm proud of Quad for doing stuff without a man. I will always stay true to that, right? I am that girl. But y'all know what I'm saying when people kind of take that attitude a bit too far. Like, I even heard Quad say, yeah, I even got my daughter's name picked out. How the heck do you know what you're having, girl? When you get pregnant, we don't know what we have. Well, I got the daughter's name picked out. Like, that's like, you're not in the real world when you talk like that, right? And even Mariah had kind of picked up on certain things with Quad. So yeah, she could be superficial. It also says that she can be erratic. And basically it means unpredictable, inconsistent, changeable, variable, inconstant. That takes me to season 6 when she shut down from the ladies on Married to Medicine and said that the ladies at Sister Circle was more of her friends. Now, don't get me wrong. They, you know, was acting kind of hostile and entitled over there at the Married to Medicine. They was, like Simone and Toya. I'm not at all in favor of that. But Quad has that about her where she like to be all up in your business, kikiing and, you know, putting Toya's taxes out there and putting this person's business out there. I think even Toya had mentioned something about her and Eugene's sex life, I think in season 5, when they were out in New Orleans. And then they tried to talk to Quad, and Quad was like, no, I don't want to talk about it. Like that, withholding information, like acting evasive. For years, the ladies didn't know Quad was in a emotionally and physically abusive marriage with Dr. G, right? So her being superficial and trying to put on airs and, you know, trying to act like stuff is all good when really she was struggling in that marriage. That's why she didn't have any children, which was very smart, but she didn't really share that with the viewing public. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, and you can't be like that. Simone said it best. You can't put us on a shelf, Quad, and then play with us when you feel like it. Like, we want to be there for you. She was there for Simone when Simone went looking for her dad. She was there with Jackie when Jackie had the situation with Curtis cheating. And they kept trying to be there for her, and she kept pushing them away. And the excuse was, oh, when I'm going through stuff, I just deal with it on my own. Girl, no. Boo-boo. Oatmeal pie face, you all Married to Medicine. Everybody shares. Even Mariah told her, Quad, the people, they just want to know what's going on. This is me, Quad. Y'all remember Quad grabbed Mariah and they went into Heavenly's little room and talked while Quad fixed her lashes. I think that was season 6. And Mariah was trying to get her together, like on some producer stuff. Like, girl, you know, you going through this with Dr. G, but you got to give the people something. And she wasn't giving up nothing, you guys. And it was frustrating, and it was aggravating. It was irritating. Toya was irritated with her. Simone, I understood how everybody felt, because I'm like, Quad, you gotta, I was kind of with Mariah, you gotta give the people something. Okay? You can't just be there for other people, and then when you're going through your stuff, you all quiet and stuff. No. Okay, so the book also says she's very depressed. Now, I will say this. I picked up on Quad's depression. Season 6, going through that divorce with Dr. G. We know what depressed is. It's when you're sad, you're gloomy, you're unhappy, you're melancholy, you're miserable, right? And a part of her being depressed was because nobody knew anything about what she was going on, like about what she was going through. She wasn't sharing it. Quad feels like she can conquer all on her own. And then she'll accuse people. Well, you wasn't there for me, and you, how can they be there? Half of them didn't know you was in such an abusive marriage. Did y'all see them ladies' faces at the season 6 reunion when her and Dr. G talked about the abuse that took place in their marriage? The girls were shocked, and you never through the years shared that with them. You never shared your real story. So I told y'all, that's why some of the girls, they don't really trust her, because it's like, okay, what are we getting? Are we getting the real you or the superficial you that's just showing us an exterior of what you want us to believe? Do you see what I'm saying? So, yeah, she kind of makes her own self depressed by, like, pushing people away. Okay, and then she'll play the victim and say, well, ain't nobody there for me, but you're pushing people away. I just saw a clip of her and Jackie down to the Watch What Happens Live, and Jackie was like, girl, I was here for you. Well, no, I'm not saying you, Quad, shut up. Okay, stop making it look like ain't nobody there for you when it's you that's pushing everybody away because you are embarrassed and ashamed of this marriage, this struggle marriage that you know, been living through. She was ashamed of all of that, you guys. When a person is, you know, needing their space like that and keeping things from the group, they are ashamed. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so the day of natural appeal. May 13th people often have great popular appeal. Right there, it's already telling you Quad is popular. She grew to be very popular on Married to Medicine, and Mariah did not expect that. Okay, she thought she would just be her little sidekick, just up under her. Okay, so often have great popular appeal in their immediate social circle. Okay. And hey, we could say she was on the sister circle too. Like her personality, how she speaks, her diction, her vocabulary is crazy. Okay, Quad can speak her butt off. But yeah, so very intelligent and capable woman, or in society at large. With apparent ease in the most natural manner possible, they can achieve the recognition and success that others must struggle to attain. Quad can do it naturally because I told y'all she's naturally talented. I even caught Eugene on one of the reunions. I don't know if it was on the show or the reunion where he was like, dang, she could really be an attorney because she's sharp. Do y'all see when she did that background on Lisa Nicole, honey? Unfortunately, however, such facility often draws reproach. May 13th people are sometimes accused of superficiality. There it is. Okay. Or of achieving a trivial success of no real depth. Okay? Those born on this day have a marked influence on others. Therefore, if only interested in entertaining, they must be careful not to attach their ideas to a cause. If, on the other hand, they wish to enlighten or to make a statement, they must remain free of corrupting forces. Rather than only teaching ideas, those born on May 13th often transmit their message through their physical presence and activities involving the human body. So Quad is somebody that, she makes sure she look good on the outside, but on the inside, she got to work on sharing herself with other people. That's what's causing the book, honey, to call her superficial. May 13th people are seldom good at handling their financial affairs alone. Thus, it may be helpful for them to enlist the aid of a family member, professional accountant, or bookkeeper to provide guidance and keep track of things. Often, May 13th people have a scorn for such practical concerns, such as taken up as they are with themselves and their role in life. Movement and travel of all sorts are important to those born on this day. Depression often overcomes a May 13th person at a time of real or imagined unpopularity. Okay, that was that season 6 where you saw the depression with her and Dr. G. They wasn't speaking, sleeping in separate bedrooms. The marriage the facade was over because they had been both putting up a facade for years. And the ladies, I think they felt that, right? Especially when they feel stuck in one place or occupation. She felt stuck in that marriage. The work of a May 13th person will definitely be better by a study of craft and broadening of technique. On the other hand, and a deepening of meaning, resolve, or intensity on the other, yet the personality of those born on this day often works against such growth, since emphasis is placed on being natural. And really quickly, you saw after her breakup with Dr. G, she started wearing more natural hairstyles, like shorter hair, and she kind of got a little bit more risque a little bit. Okay, Quad came a long way because her wigs used to be horrible them first couple of seasons. But baby, that girl can clean up. I took notice season 4 at that reunion, that hair, that dress, she was looking good. I was like, come on, Miss Quiet Girl. Okay, so she has an emphasis on being self-taught and easy in expression. I believe Quad, she cooks really good. So she loves being in that kitchen, and all of that comes natural to her. A May 13th person's tanked and an artist, business person, athlete, or worker that have to be taken seriously. Let me read that line again, guys, because I got it messed up, okay? It says, a May 13th person's serious study in a given area usually makes the difference between being a lightheaded, dilettante, and an artist, business person, athlete, or worker who is taken seriously. Accepting this fact and acting on it is the central challenge in the May 13th people's lives. I think it took her a while to accept the fact that she likes cooking. Because for a long time it was just she was playing with them puppies and trying to make them clothes. But I think the cooking and the cookbook, and she got her own seasoning and stuff, falls more in line with Quad. And I also see Quad with like a home goods line for homes. Like she loves decor and, looking lavish and expensive. And she definitely gives that. And she has great taste. They can either enjoy their natural gifts and ability to impress others or make a momentous decision to deepen their mission and broaden their path. That takes me to her little nephew. What's his name? Mason. With the death of her brother, she wanted to, take the baby in. Even when the brother was alive, she helped him get on his feet. And Dr. G, did y'all notice, was really happy when that baby was in the household. So they did good. I think that was season 4. Season 5 is when he really started having problems. But he really loved that little boy being at that house, and so did Quiet. At this point, more evolved persons of this day must also pledge to themselves to the betterment of all around them, becoming truly responsible rather than self-seeking, okay? Self-seeking. which is I'm all about me. Like, Quad can be very draining. I could kind of see how her and Mariah was friends, because it could be like, yeah, but what about what I need and what I want? And I'm going to say this about her and Dr. G's relationship. I do think there's something wrong, honey, with Dr. G. Okay? I do. But I will say this. I don't think that he felt seen by her. I don't think he felt like she cared about what was important to him. And I don't think he's as materialistic as she is. And he pretty much felt like he was alone in that marriage. And when he cheated, he felt like he was well within his right, because it's like, well, dang, I keep telling you what I need. You're not giving it to me. He said they hadn't had sex since season 2. She said that was a lie. But then she accused him of not being able to get an erection. So, child, you never know with them. But I think that Dr. G felt like Quad was selfish in their marriage. Like, the marriage was all about pleasing her and him never getting what he got. That's why I believe he acted out, guys, the way he did. I'm not at all making excuses for his behavior, because I still feel like it was erroneous and it was just doing too much, honey. Okay? At this point, more evolved persons of the day must pledge themselves to the betterment of all around them, becoming truly responsible. Okay, I just read that line. Okay, rather than the self-seeking or destructive. Okay, doing, harmful, damaging things. So hopefully that's where Quad is now. Like, she's figuring out, who she wants to be on this planet. Often the catalyst or turning point in the life of a May 13th person is a setback or a tragedy. I think that divorce is really what did it for Quad. Physical, spiritual, or emotional, a kind of crisis or even breakdown, after which they will be able to grow and deepen their outlook. And the death of her brother, I think that was a catalyst too to change in her life. Like, wow, the time on earth is short. Like, I really need to get my life together and figure out what's important to me. Who are my real friends? How am I going to navigate through life and truly show up and not push people away, then play the victim and say nobody's here for me. Okay? If this event or the realization discussed earlier does not come to pass, then they may be confined to a more limited plane of experience. However, in either case, naturalness and playfulness remains the hallmarks of this day. Okay, so she's still gonna have fun, have a good time, and do her. Numbers and planets. Those born on the 13th of the month are ruled by the number 4. Okay, although the number 13th is considered unlucky by many of its people, a powerful number which does carry the responsibility of using its power wisely or inviting self-destruction. Okay? All right, so the advice the books gives her. The decision is yours. Should you choose the most difficult path, you will have the joys, but also the responsibilities that accompany the developing of talents to the fullest. So basically, do your work. Do not be disturbed by those who criticize your sense of ease. On the other hand, do not be so easily self-satisfied, okay? Because we know Quad is all about herself sometimes. She get up there on that mic and she forget about everybody else and what they got to do, honey. She just, but I done been through this and I done did this and Miss Quad this. And so they showed that time and time again on the show. Quad get that mic and go on and on and on. And that is truly her. And she forgets that other people have needs as well. The meditation the book gives her, a teacher teaches the student to teach himself. Wow. As far as tarot, the most understood card in the tarot is the 13th card of the major arcana, Death, which very rarely is to be taken literally, but signifies a letting go of the past in order to grow beyond limitations metamorphically. Both this card and the number 4 suggest that May 13th people must guard against discouragement, disillusion, pessimism, and melancholy. All right, you guys, that is all I have to say about that, honey. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this here video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.